Good morning, everyone. Very happy to be here and have the opportunity to share a little bit about our history, about our data journey, about our data platform, our architecture, and how Dremio fits in our ecosystem. Talk a little bit about me. I am a very lucky guy because I have an excellent team with about 20 extraordinary people. We can find different profiles in our team, from data architects to data engineers, ML ops, and other kind of software development. I start my early career, when I start my career, I start in the IT market, mostly through development Java application, and with that I was exposed to the data world. I started to work at the business intelligence department in a major telco in Portugal, and because of that the challenge was enormous, and I have to dig and see what kind of technology that we can deliver it to our end users in order they can extract the most value of data, and with this in mind, I start to dig in Hadoop ecosystem and then cloud, and because of this, that I am here today. From the perspective view, I am a very normal guy. I like a lot music, sports. Benfica is my passion, one of. Play today in the Champions League, but the bigger passion of my life is my family, my kids, my wife. They are my support, and that is Guillermo. Can you introduce yourself?
Thank you, Bruno. Hi everyone. I hope you're having a great time, and I hope you'll enjoy this presentation we're making. So my name is Guillermo Riflet. I was born in the south of France in Marseille, but I was brought up and raised in Lisbon in Portugal. I've got a degree in physics, and later I've got a PhD in environmental engineering, and I've done a lot of some research. And for the past 10 years, I've been working in the IT industry, helping developing information systems with an increasing level of complexity. And I'm very lucky to be, working with this team, building our corporate data hub for our company, which Bruno will present. So. And besides besides work, of course, I also enjoy parenthood, having 2 kids and my wife, and it's wonderful. So back to you, Bruno.
Thank you, Guillaume. First, let's talk a little bit about Galp. Galp is a multinational company. It is about present in 10 countries. Have more or less about 6,700 employees with 54 different nationalities. We are organized in 4 major business areas. The upstream, where we most of the time participate in consortium in order to extract oil and gas. Right now we are starting to be an operator in geographies like Angola, Mozambique, Namibia, and the result that business area present last year was about 2 billion of EBITDA. Okay. Other of our business area is the commercial area. Present 300 million euros in EBITDA. This area we have about 2,000 gas stations in Iberia, Portugal, and Spain. Other vertical and other business areas, industrial and midstream, where the refinery operations happens, where we transform oil and other products in more refined products. We present a result 500 in EBITDA, and perhaps the last, but perhaps one of the most important, it is a new area in Galp, but this is the area that helps us to achieve the energy transition that we are 100% committed, and present an EBITDA about 200 million euros. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the Galp the data context in Galp. From the beginning, I arrived Galp at 2019, and from the beginning we designed a strategy supported in three major pillars: technology, business, technology, and governance. We see technology like an enabler to our business unities, and support our governance team in order to, they have the mission to define the security policies, the governance policies. So this is our strategy supported in these three pillars. From the beginning, we define a mission. We need to democratize the data inside of our organization. How we see this happen? Through collaboration, people, process, and technology have to work together in order to improve the data literacy and the way we work with data in our company. And the vehicle to get there, the implementation of a data platform, a central data platform, where all the users and the business users can work data in order to extract value from there. So, what we found when we arrived at Galp, it is like a mirage in a desert, okay? You think, do you have something, but in reality you don't have anything. So, we found two very old analytical systems, very outdated. One of the analytical system related to our ERP, the major ERP you can imagine in the world, so you know what I'm talking about. On top of that, the business users have one BI self-service tool, but the process to get that data to work with this tool was a nightmare. The business have to open a ticket in our ETSM tool. After that, our maintenance teams must extract the data from the sources. After that, they share the data on a network shared folder. After that, on top, the business user can get the hands on the data. Not the correct data, but outdated data, okay? So was a nightmare to our business users. And because of that, we start to build our Enterprise Data Hub, Ulysses. At the first time, we support our decisions on cloud components. We must start quickly. We must put something very, very quickly in the hands of our users in order to start to extract value from the data. Right now, this is what we have in our enterprise data platform. We have several kinds of data sources, cloud, on-premises, and we start to implement some complicated data pipelines. For the most of our relational data and internal data, we rely this in Apache Scoop. Yes, we still use this tool, but this is a magnificent tool, do the job that we need. So we still in Scoop. Maybe in the future we can replace this, maybe with Dremio. So we'll see. For the pipelines, the real-time and the streaming pipelines, we mostly use Apache Kafka and Apache Nifi. All the data land in the first zone, the raw data, but because we have huge volumes of data and different types of data, we need to help our end users, yet we need to still help, and we do some kind of data quality implementation, quality checks, and standardize, and put this data into the refined zone. This is the first zone where we share data with our end users, okay? So, for the heavy transformation, we need to do this transformation in order to correlate it with different sources, different data sets, and land this in the augmented zone, okay? We use, for this job and these pipelines, mostly rely on dbt, Spark and Kubernetes, on top of Kubernetes, and inside of containers, okay? All the things orchestrated by Apache Airflow. Sorry. Um, Inside of our team, we have another project, a very interesting project, Ulysses Index. It is a kind of data catalog, our data marketplace, okay, where the users can go and search what kind of data we have inside of our data platform. We use this catalog to the user can search the data and pick the data sets they want to access. We use the Dremio APIs under the hood in order to give the access to the data inside of our platform. When Dremio appears, why we bring Dremio to our platform? Because it is very complicated, all the pipeline, and we need to streamline this pipeline. Dremio brings the capacity to federate for some sources we don't need to bring data to our platform, because Dremio can virtualize this assets. We can federate it, we can correlate different data sources with our data inside of our platform, and on top of this, the end users have a great autonomy in order to build the data product. Okay. So the most important part, the business can do BI on a true self-service way, the report, ad hoc data exploration, and on top of that we can support with Dremio more advanced use cases on data, machine learning, data science, and so on, because Dremio streamline the integration with the other tools that you use in our ecosystem. Okay, Guillermo, feel free.
Okay, thank you, Bruno. Okay, so now let's drill down a bit our technological stack. And so you see that above the storage, the file storage layer, above the file formats, above the table formats, above the metastore where we get our metadata information to our users, we have between our data and our users, we need to put data lake engine, okay? This is where Dremio fits. And besides the data lake engine, our users also have access in our platform to advanced analytics and computation, where they can have access to Jupyter notebooks, where they can develop their models. Say they want to do a machine learning model, they can develop that on notebooks, and then we will have it running their Python code or their R code on top of Spark processing on top of Kubernetes. Right, but if we drill down the data lake engine, where we're using Dremio, so the biggest advantage is that we can have self-service, our users have self-service access in a governed and secure way, okay? This is a very important aspect. Then we've got the engine, the SQL engine, which is very fast, it's very performant, it's best of breed today, okay? And the language they use is SQL, so it's easy for the users to quickly start exploring their data on our data hub. And finally, because often the user starts doing queries, and those queries can be really heavy on our system, and they're often not optimized, we've got these options to accelerate these queries, bringing performance and also reducing our total cost of ownership. So they don't have just to always import those 2 terabytes of data every half an hour, okay? They can just do in cache those aggregates via the accelerated queries on Dremio. And finally, Dremio provides a concept of spaces which allow the teams to really collaborate in an agile way and develop their data products in a collaborative way. So it's with the spaces. So having all these technologies built in the data lake engine, this allows for our end users just to have a nice UI for data exploration, whether they have this data initiative where they want to develop an analytics model, whether they want to have an initiative to provide a reporting model with Power BI, okay? So basically this is how our users are recepting and using our platform. Now, if we analyze our Ulysses core attributes separate on these 5 categories from bottom up. So we got the management category, the applications category, the processing category, the data category, and the integration category. So we've got our platform core has these attributes which are important to characterize it and to give it its value. And we can see that in each of these categories, so the Dremio Lakehouse is useful, brings value for the government's part in management, for the workload management. I'll say workload management is really important because we've got people from our midstream vertical and people from our energy management vertical, and they're consuming resources, and we can segregate their workloads separately. So this is very handy, okay? And we can also work these on a different axes. So we can segregate the workloads. We can also segregate the workloads by type of queries. If it's high cost, or if it's management queries, like performing all those accelerations on background. So it's very useful. In terms of applications, so we've got this self-service analytics, which Dremio provides this nice UI for their own queries and develop their own data products. The processing part, it's just fast, it's performant. On terms of data, so the users can develop their data products in a virtualized way, develop their views. And in terms of integration with all of our company systems and databases, so we've got multiple connectors, and we can integrate not only from our main pipelines, but also with other subsystems if necessary. Carrying on. So now if you take a step back and we look at our strategy and technology and data analytics for our vision for our data platform, so because we have this open source focus, okay, we have 100% control of our data and data sources, and we can prepare our organization to be to meet the future and analytical needs, okay, and we can avoid vendor lock-in, of course, and we can innovate, okay, and we can easily try to take one of the pieces, one of the components, put a new one, test it, make a POC, see if that works, or fail fast with it, and then we can choose the next technology we want to implement if we want to, okay? And so basically we integrate best of breed technology. We can integrate any kind of solutions, of course, and we can be early adopters, and we've got flexibility and control, while keeping flexibility and control. And in terms of data, with our platform, any type of user in the organization or any type of other platform in the organization or any application can interact with our data hub via our exposed APIs or via our UIs, okay? And so we've enabled data access and shared data access in the organization, and we removed data silos. We had a lot of data silos in our company especially. Now these are removed with this platform. And we can support any type of analytical use cases. So in terms of numbers in usage, currently this is where we are today, okay? So we've got what we call 500 active users, meaning they've had access to at least one data set, they have at least done one query. During weekdays, we usually reach the number of about 100 concurrent users between users and automated reports, okay? Performing 25,000 daily jobs, and we use 8 distinct workloads so we can segregate these jobs so we can manage well the load balancing of our resources of infrastructure. Then if you look at the volume of spaces for collaborations initiatives, we've got 57. In terms of data products built on top of our of Dremio, is around 4,000 data products our users built. And of those, 1.5 thousand are feeding currently reports and Power BI dashboards in our organization to help the organization then make their data-driven decision. If we break down then through our business units, we see that the commercial is the unit that does a lot of more work, has invested more apparently, but the industrial and our refineries and energy management also have done a lot of improvement. And we will see that this is not work harder, but work smarter. And in fact, it's the industrial and energy management where we have the best positive impact in terms of added value to our company. So the refineries operation were improved by 5% using data-driven optimization, and basically we granted access to the data they needed, and then from this they improved their operations, and they managed this in annual savings of around 500,000 euros. And this other sector, which is very promising, which is renewable energies, 10 minutes, thank you, okay. They basically, having access to all these diverse sources of data across our company, they managed to automate and optimize their energy trading processes. And they achieved 500,000 of value to the company in 2023, and they expect to reach 10 million by 2025, okay? So these are our first feedback we got from our use cases, from our customers in our company. So now if we wrap up our achievements and our challenges for the future. In terms of achievements, well, we consider we successfully attained the democratization of access to data in our company today. So this is in a self-service and governed way. We have a very good, strong time to market for data access and delivery of data pipelines. And we think we can increase a lot also the time to market of the delivery of data through our pipelines. We managed to allow data source exploration on various sources across the organization. And we have a high level of performance while we execute this because of our data lake engineer. Okay, so these are the achievements today. In terms of challenges for ourselves and for our company. So I'm very proud to say that our company is very focused on its energy transition, because we're traditionally an oil and gas company, to achieve carbon neutrality by 2050. And we're taking steps toward that goal. And we want to help this with this data hub through data-driven decisions, okay? So the biggest challenge we have today is to change the mentality of our employees and our experts, so that they are more, data literated. So, and to do this, we established a set of programs with local universities and business schools that they provide training to our analysts and engineers at Galp, so that they can better exploit our data platform. Okay. Also, we have the multi-cloud challenge. Multi-cloud, it can be a challenge just because of the cost-wise. We've got egress costs, and if we're going to flow terabytes of data per query through clouds, okay, this can be a challenge. But we have solutions to reach that goal. Thanks to we've got the Dremio to Dremio connector, means that we can delocalize the computation of the data where it needs to be, locally on the cloud where it needs to be. And through that technical achievement, we can implement a successful multi-cloud strategy. And we're going through that route currently. We also have got the real-time challenge, because the challenge is to bring to analysts with simple SQL to try to do queries on real-time data, okay? And we're happy to see that the vision of, we talked with the Dremio CEO, and we're happy to see that they're working right now to provide a solution for this aspect. And so we expect to be successful in that. And yeah, on our side, this is what we have to present today.
Yes.
So please, if you have any questions.
Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much for your time.